Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Fulfilment. I am Asik Iqbal. Today I am going to focus on the important questions of Arnold's short poem Dover Beach and also the tips how to answer the questions. Okay, so my dear students and viewers, those who have come for the first time, I request you, please subscribe this channel, The Fulfilment. Arnold's The Dover Beach is a short love lyric. After knowing the background, after going through line by line analysis of the poem, now the students should take preparation for the university exams. And for taking preparation of the university exams, they are asked to answer three most important questions. I am suggesting these questions to you. The first question is, write a note on the note of despair and melancholy in Arnold's poetry, okay, with reference to the poem The Dover Beach. Second question I suggest to you, poetry is the criticism of life as expressed in Dover Beach. Explain. And the third question, that is, Dover Beach embraces a great range and depth in significance. Discuss. So these are the three important questions. I ask the students to prepare only a general note on these three questions. And if you memorize that general note, all other questions will be solved very easily in the exam hall. The first question, what I have already suggested, note of despair and melancholy in Arnold's poetry. Only an introduction should be added for this note, and the remaining portion will be like remaining two other questions. Okay, so what should be the introduction? You may write in this way: in the Victorian age, of which Matthew Arnold was a major poet, the progress of natural science rudely shook the accepted ways of thinking and thoroughly changed man's conception of the material world, of himself and his relation to God. This produced a tremendous spiritual unrest and perplexity to which all thoughtful and sensitive minds reacted, though in different ways. Arnold was deeply affected by the loss of all positive beliefs, particularly because his intellectual honesty and seriousness prevented any kind of compromise. Thus he was a sad man, disappointed with much that he saw around him and yearning some sort of spiritual calm. He speaks of his age, this iron time of doubts, disputes, distractions, fears, and again he complains about the strange disease of the modern age, with its sick hurry, its divided aim, its heads overtaxed, its palsied hearts. He felt himself passing through a period of transition, wandering between two worlds, one dead, the other powerless to be born, with nowhere yet to rest my head. So this is the introduction for the first note, first question, note of despair and melancholy. The remaining portion will be written like the answers of other two questions, that is critical appreciation or criticism of life. In fact, there is the criticism of modern life. So for the second note, that poetry is the criticism of life, just add a different introduction. Okay, what should be the introduction? Poetry, according to Arnold, is the criticism of life. In many of his intimate personal poems, he is always passing judgment on the life of his country and the life of the world as he sees around him. Standing between two worlds, one dead and other powerless to be born, he could not be optimistic like Browning and declare, "God's sin is heaven and all's right with the world." He was shocked to notice that there was something that infected the world, but he prescribed no material anodyne, because he believed only through spiritual means this strange disease of modern time could be cured. So his poetry became the poetry of a critic, as through the medium he tried to carry on his all-pervasive criticism of life and of the world. So, writing an introduction like this, you may start your answer of the second question. And the remaining portion is like the first question. Okay? At last, we should have to answer the third question. That is, Dover Beach embraces a great range and depth in significance. Discuss. So, you should write first the introduction of these two notes, that is, poetry is the criticism of life and note of despair and melancholy. Adding to these two introduction, now you should write the content of that two notes, because two notes contain the criticism of life. Okay, and now only you should add a conclusion, very short conclusion. What is the conclusion? Thus Dover Beach, though short in length, embraces a great range and depth of significance regarding the present lot of mankind. So my dear students, I think you have understood how you should write the answer of the question. This is the end of the video. If you enjoy this video, please like it, share with your friends, write your comment on this video, and those who have come for the first time in this channel, please subscribe this channel, The Fulfillment. All the best for you. Thank you so much.